right, YouTube, what's going on, guys? Sorry for any delay, and by delay I mean 24 hours for the tier list. I know I like to get these out ASAP. Give you guys a little bit of a guide point to for your grinding. See what you guys should go for. Give you my best advice, but good news for you guys. Good news. There are many paths to take here. There are a lot of good cards. Spoilers. I haven't even ranked them yet, but I like a lot that I've seen. I did my due diligence today on stream. Just wrapped up a couple hours ago, going through all of the moments for each and every individual one of these cards after looking at them to at least give them a fair shot before, you know, ranking them. I think it's fair enough, right? I think it's the least I could do. We're on Showzone, showzone.gg. Shout out to them for their tier list maker on their website. It has all the cards in the game in their data, so you guys can use them whenever you'd like. So, who are we gonna rank first? Well, Austin Riley. Austin Riley. How does this work now? They used to have the cards. It's just a picture now. You used to be able to flip them around. Interesting. Maybe they changed it. Maybe it's something different now. I don't know. But Austin Riley, top of my head, I'm gonna go with high A tier to start. We gotta set the tone. Really like this card. I really, really do. But I'm gonna put him A tier. I'm gonna go out of order here because I think Vientos is S tier. He's a really good bat. No bias at all. Austin Riley's pretty good bat with pretty good fielding, but like not elite in anything. I think Vientos, especially after some parallels, he's really good on paper, good swing, I think. And at this point in the game, you still want someone who does something really well. You don't need like pretty decent at everything. You need like someone who's a killer in one area. So that's why I don't mind sacrificing some offense for defense if it's in the right position, like center field, like PCA and stuff like that. Just helps he's got a glitchy swing. Jake Cronenworth, I'm gonna go with an A. I actually was sleeping on this card at first glance, but the more I look at it, the more I like it, for sure. The positional utility is very important, but he also has just a fantastic swing. So there's that. Benintendi, I'm gonna go down to C tier. Not good enough of a bat to warrant that terrible defense. So that's kind of how I feel about that card. Good swing though. Brent Rooker, I'm gonna go A tier. Again, just a DH, but a very good one at that. I think Vientos gets the plus because he just can actually play the field at a position, you know, that you can get away with that kind of defense at, you know? Jung-Hoo Lee, I'm gonna go with A tier. Power versus right being a little too low for my liking, but everything else I kind of like. But I think he's very glitchy, and the arm and the defense is really nice. Yoshida, I'm gonna go with A tier. Pretty good DH with a crazy glitchy swing. The defense is pretty bad, and he's not good enough versus lefties, in my opinion, to warrant that horrible defense and speed, but he's still a pretty damn good card. I'm gonna give him high A tier though. I would say it kind of looks like this for now. Javi Baez, S tier. Really like this card. New swing too, it seems. Quicker, easier to hit righties with. No crazy extra nonsense. It's a little bit just like right to it. Love the positional flexibility he has too, being able to play short, third, and center field. And his boost is really underrated. Take a look at that. One thing I want to say about these cards, guys, that I really like this TA because it's very passive, the grind, but it's also active if you want it to be. You go out of your way to get these cards if you want them. It only takes like 20 minutes. And they're good on their own for the most part. Some are very good. And they're even better with their boost. And now, should they have to be good with their boost? Well, no, but they don't need it. But if you're doing Team Affinity and you're going out of your way to grind all these cards, right? Then you're probably someone who's likely to use the boost. And if you're not, you're in the wrong spot. It's Team Affinity. If you have affinity for the team, you should be inclined to use their boost. It kind of just makes sense that way. So pretty damn cool. Tovar, I'm gonna go with a, oh man, I can't remember this card's attributes off the top of my head too well, but I'm gonna go B tier. We'll adjust afterwards if it doesn't really make sense. We'll see. Colin Cowser, C tier. He's like a conquest killer, great defense and speed and stuff, and the bat's but he's really low vision rating. Not a fan of that. Go C tier. Lourdes Gurriel. Lourdes? Yeah. I'm not really a huge fan of his card, bro. He's got weird splits. He's just weird. He scares me. And it's not even because of the hair. Looks like he's got Barney's pubes, like, just on his head. Anyway, Bo Naylor. I think a sneaky A tier card. I like his card a lot. Good defense at a position where you don't get a lot of good hitting and defense. It's very rare, but I like him. Probably the best meta tier 1, double tier 1 boost in the game. Where like on a God squad, you could sneak in a tier 1 for him and a tier 1 for Miller. They're a joint captain, both Guardians. And you get really good boosts for very important players. Kipnis, J-Ram, Carlos Santana, Travis Bazzana, Corey Kluber, you use him too. A lot of good options. A lot of good options there. Sneaky boost, sneaky team there. Very sneaky. Now that J-Ram got buffed too, he's even better. Royce Lewis, I'm gonna go A tier. Pretty good hitting stats, decent fielding at that position too. Slow, but that's okay. I kind of like him. I'm gonna go probably right there. JT Realmuto, I'm gonna go, I think S tier might be a little crazy. I'm gonna go S tier. There's too many good catchers in the game right now. A tier. Excuse me. Too many good catchers, I think. Well, he's not quite like a 99 JT Realmuto would be S tier, but he's just missing a little bit of juice. I think if you have his team boost on, potentially S tier. Potentially S tier. I'm gonna go high A tier though, probably between Riley and Royce. Josh Lowe, you're gonna go low on the list, bro. Sal Frelick, I am an enjoyer. I'm an enjoyer of Sal Frelick type cards, B tier. He does something very, very well. Speed, defense, and contact. You gotta give him points for that. Power is a lot, but it's not everything. Nico Horner, same deal. Actually a little bit higher because his boost gives power versus righties, which I find absolutely hilarious. I would rather have these cards than him. Just my take. Keeper Ruiz, S tier card. Yeah, that's why JT can't get in there while Keeper Ruiz exists. Not a great defender. Not a great defender, but an elite bat, I think, with a crazy vision rating and a great swing. So I'm gonna go with that card for me, personally. Brian Wu, I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go A tier, actually. I think he's pretty solid. Victor Scott, I think he's glitchy and a very, very good PCA type player. I'm gonna give him A tier. I think you guys should give him a shot. Xavier Edwards, I think he'd be, if he was a little bit better in the field, he'd be higher. Or if he had more power. If it was a little one of the two things. He's just a little too weak in the power department, plus the defense is kind of poor. If he was a primary second baseman, actually, I'd put him in A tier. But because you have to move him to the secondary and further weaken his defense, nah. Nick Lodolo, B tier. I need like a fifth pitch on a guy. I believe he only has 4. Jack Leiter, I'm gonna go B tier. Just kind of readable. Kind of readable. I feel like he really needs outlier. I feel like he does. Abreu, D tier. Terrible mix. It's just so weird. Jared Jones, I think a low B tier is fine. I think he's fine there. Blake Trinan, I'm gonna go with S tier. Most people won't hit him. I think he has a little bit of Corbin Burns syndrome, which is what is Corbin Burns syndrome? People have seen him for so many years and pitched the same way with him that he's a little bit But I also think that a pitcher without a changeup is quite noticeable these days. So I think if he had one, it'd be even better. Ben Joyce, S tier. S tier. He's got everything you need. He has everything you need. He's Blake Trinan on steroids, so I like this. Big fan. I mean, Trinan's got the breaks, I believe, over him in the primary sweeper, which is fun, but yeah. Walker, I think he could be a B tier. Needs a little more velo. Luis Gill, A tier, I think. I think he has a funky release and a really good mix, pretty good numbers. And Jeff Hoffman, S tier. Yes. Look at his pitch breaks. They're unreal with the attributes you need and the mix you need. Hard slider, sinker, four-seam changeup. The perfect mix. I've been a stan of this card since I first saw him, used him early game, and I even have him in my bullpen. There's a live series on my alt account for a very good reason. Now, this is the final list, and I think this is pretty good. I think only one D tier card, and he's borderline F. You know what? I'm going to go Cowser D. I'm going to go Brian Abreu F. I'm gonna go him in D tier. I'm gonna go him in C because at least he plays defense well. And Benintendi's really being carried by his decent offensive attributes and his really, really good swing. But I think this is like where I'm gonna stop the list here. I think if I had to prioritize, I'd probably do you here. Kind of leave it at that. But I think this is good. We have 6 in the S tier. We have 11 in the A tier, and we have 9 in the B tier, 2 in C, 1 in D, 1 in F. So I think this is a very good overall standing, right? As far as it can be, as far as things can go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you think I'm missing out, or if I'm off base, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man, and happy grinding. Enjoy the cards. Peace.